Okay, question number one. Okay, let me go to my notes and hi everyone, how are we doing? How's this lighting? I'm not sure. And my lips look a bit crusty. That's winter for you. Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well, and yes, welcome back to this week's videos. This is the second video this week. My filming schedule will now be, not filming, upload schedule will be Sunday, Wednesday and Friday. Let's see how does that work for this month, and I want to do 3 videos a week. So this is my second installment and this is a sit down video. So what is up? I did promise you guys that I will tell you the things that you actually need to consider when accepting a job offer. What is it that you need to consider, and things that you have to look out for. Do you actually really want to be part of the firm or organization? Is it going to be fruitful? How long is the contract? Tune in now, and please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so that you hear all about it. First thing that you need to consider is the whole package that you are getting. I'm not talking about the salary being, maybe you are going to be earning 10,000 rand, that's it. No, I'm talking about benefits. Do you have medical benefits? Do you have car allowance? Do you have data allowance if your work is usually remote or whatever? Oh my god. So those are the things that you need to look at. Consider when you are actually accepting an offer. Do you get a car allowance? Do you get a holiday allowance? Whatever the case might be, you look at the package in its entirety before. The salary is important, but the salary is money that you are taking home. What else are you actually getting from the job that you are actually about to take? Is it better than what you are getting at your work? Because you could be getting like maybe 1,000 rand less from your salary that you're currently working at, but have a vast a ton of benefits that you are getting. I remember when my first job that was actually a salary, where I was getting a salary. It was a call center, by the way. I was not a salesperson. I was in the quality assurance team. One of the things that they offered us was they gave us some shopping voucher for Christmas. They gave us we got to get holidays off. We were only working from 8 to 4. So I was before I accepted the job, yes, I was getting less paid than what I could have gotten if I went to work to continue with my job, which I was doing during the holidays in a resort. But in my job that I was doing during the holidays was not giving me Sundays off. I was not going to have Christmas at home as usual. I was only going to be leaving work at around 12 to come back the next morning to a ton loads of dishes from Christmas people and holiday makers in the resort that I was at. So I had to consider that. I wanted a holiday. I wanted to be on holiday that December. I was determined to do that, and that's why I took the job. I did not just look at Uguti. I'm actually getting like a third, if not even a third. Like I was getting like so little from that job, but the flexibility, the freedom that came with it was the reason why I took it. So you need to accept you need to assess all of those things when accepting a new job. Okay. Okay, the next thing that you need to look at is location. what after you've actually seen the salary that you are getting, when you are looking at location, you need to look at, am I commuting? How much am I actually paying for transport to get there? And how long does it take me to get there? And am I actually moving from where I'm staying in order for me to get this job? Why you need to consider this? You need to consider how much extra cost are you actually going to be getting this. I learned this from my sister. She took a place that was very expensive when she got her first job in Durban. Not her first job, but like her first actual job in Durban. But she was a 2-minute walk away from the office, so it made sense. She was not going to be paying for any transport. She was not going to be even commuting, honestly. So if she needed lunch, she can just walk down to her place and have lunch, if that's possible, or just go and pick it up during lunch hour and go back to her office, whatever the case might be. So that's why she actually decided to stay in that place, and that's why she was comfortable with staying in a more expensive place than a cheaper place and traveling. So you need to look at all of those things. And for me, when I was accepting my articles, I accepted the less package, or a lesser stipend, because I knew I was not going to be paying rent. The only amount I'll be paying for transport is like 1,000 rand, and I could also still be alive because I live at home. I don't have to really pay for groceries. I don't have to pay for a lot of things besides electricity, which I volunteered to do, but I don't have to worry about a lot of things. That's why it was actually comfortable. So you need to look at location. Are you moving? And if you are moving, how much more are you paying? And how long will it take you to pay to move? And all of that, those are things that you need to consider when you are actually looking at the location aspect of your job. The environment. When I went to an interview, straight out when I got back, I told my boyfriend that I'm not sure if I want to work for those people, and that was because the environment felt hostile to me. It felt like, when you get to a place and you're like, no, I don't see myself waking up to this, coming to this again. I already know a toxic environment, and I don't think I want to go and subject myself to another different and new level of toxicity. So you need to look at the environment. Do you like the culture? When you are walking into a place, you see the security, you see the secretary, you see everyone, and you're like, do I actually like seeing these faces? Because you can tell, you can read rooms when you get there, and you look at the people that are interviewing you. One of the reasons why I took my job was because I felt like I wanted to come back and work there. When I did my interview, it felt like actually I could come back and work here, and which I did. So when you are in an interview, you need to look at that and say, do I actually want to see these people ever again? Or I'm just waiting. If they do call me, it's fine, but I'm not sure. You have to be sure, especially when you have options. I did specify this in my previous video about being a college graduate, that you actually have to, if you have options, you legit have to consider a lot of things, and this is one of the things. The environment, would you like it? How will not just the office space now, but the city itself? Is the city big enough for you, or is it small enough for you? Because I wanted something smaller. I still think Durban town is really, really overwhelming to me. I used to avoid it by all means when I lived in Durban, and I still would avoid it any day. So you need to look at all of those things. Do you like that, or do you not? You like how the place looked like. I don't mean like do you like the building, windows and all of that, but did it feel like, especially people that are suffering from anxiety, all sorts of mental issues, when the environment and the place does not feel right, like in terms of looks, because I used to do an exercise where I actually have to remind myself where I am. And when you hate the space, like as I did just say, that when you walk in a building for an interview, right now people don't actually do actual interviews, but if you are lucky and get to walk in there, assess yourself when you walk out. Did I actually like how cold that aircon was? Did I actually like how open space the work environment was? Did I actually like the fact that the office that I might be using is an office that is in a corner, closed up, and I cannot see anybody else? Did I actually like the fact that I could share an office? You need to look at that. Do you actually like the place? Why is that? Because you're probably going to be coming back there for the next many years, or however the duration of your contract is. So you need to consider all of those things. Important thing that you need to consider. Okay, say you don't have options, but you don't have options, and you maybe want a permanent job that you can say, okay, I'm secure. Do you accept the job because it's permanent, although you don't probably like sharing an office, or you don't like what else happens in permanent jobs? Or you don't like that you get paid on the 15th instead of the 30th, but it's a permanent job, you've been wanting that. Those are the things that you need to consider. And so if the job is what you are looking for, it's something that you wanted security of a permanent job, and you're now getting an offer of that, and you're like, okay, I've actually really wanted this, so I can accept this. Or if it's a job that you, like the things that I've listed are not your ideal choice, you could make a bit of adjustments. Look at how long the contract is, and if it's just a short contract, you can endure, man. And if you need the contract in terms of maybe you need it for training, you need it for experience, those are the things that you look at. If I'm here in an environment that I don't really like, or in a town that I don't really like, how long will I be here for? And if you are going to be there for like a year or two, what do you have to lose? If you don't accept it, you're probably going to be taking longer in your process of getting admitted, if you are being admitted as an attorney or whatever the case might be. So look at that. Number 5, if it's a firm for training, if you are going to be in a position of just training, question to ask is, do you like what this firm does? Say for example, you get 2 job offers. Let me make an example of somebody who has options. You get a job offer to go work for a firm that does criminal law, and you get a job for a firm that does criminal law and civil law, and you're still not sure what exactly do you really like. And the firm that does both actually gives you the option, but maybe gives you an offer that gives you maybe 1,000 rand less than the firm that does just criminal law. Remember, you are training, and when you are training, you are basically trying to find your niche. You are trying to understand what do you really like about your career, and what is it that you want to do for the rest of your life. So when you're accepting that job, you need to assess whether will you reach your full potential in this firm. You are in a small firm, a firm that specializes in just road accident fund. Will that give you your full potential of everything that you could be doing in your career? Does it give you exposure to everything that you want to do? Because it could be not giving you everything that you are doing in a career, but it's giving you everything that you want to do. Maybe you just want to specialize in RAF. That's it. That's the only thing you actually ever want to do in life, and the firm that you are in actually gives you that. That's fine. But if it's not, and you have another offer for a different firm that does different things, why don't you accept that firm so that you reach your full potential? Because I believe that when you are still training, the whole purpose of training and the whole purpose and the whole idea of a training contract is for you to actually get to expose yourself to everything that you could become. Instead of actually exposing you to how much you actually hate the career that you've chosen. Because if you actually end up in a firm that doesn't push you to your full potential, most of the time you're probably gonna end up hating your job. If like maybe you end up going to a firm that specializes in criminal law and you really, really hate criminal law. You hate defending criminals, or whatever the case might be, whatever your philosophy behind hating that particular type of law. I'm sorry, I'm talking to lawyers again, but that's what law graduates again, that's what I am, and that's why I always put reference to them. And you really, really just hate that. If you are going to be exposed to what you hate for 2 years, you're most likely going to, at the end of your contract, if you actually end up actually finishing your training contract, you're gonna end up hating the whole legal profession most likely. So if you're in training, the big thing that you need to consider is, am I going to reach my full potential? If I don't reach my full potential, am I actually going to get a bit of exposure of what I would like to do in the future? And am I actually getting the things that I want to get from a training contract? Because a training contract is only 2 years. There's no do-over. If you actually end up being in a firm or in a place where you're not reaching your full potential, you're most likely going to be faced with being an admitted attorney or an admitted professional in whatever that you are, with very limited experience and narrowed exposure to what you could become. You basically no difference than somebody who's just graduated, and your years of training and your years of experience will probably get wasted. Those are the 5 major things that you need to consider. Remember, package, not just your salary, but the package in its entirety. Location, where is the firm? Do I need to relocate? How will I be commuting to work? Do I need to get a car for this job? Do I need to, location, is the location fine for me? Environment, do I like the place that I came in for an interview? Did I like the people that I met when I had the interview? If you have a chance, maybe during orientation, or if it's possible, I heard somebody say that if it's possible, you could actually ask your potential employer if you could actually meet the staff that you could be working with, or the team that you could be working with. Look at that. Look into that and see if you actually like the environment. Number 4, how long is the contract? How long will you be working here? If you actually don't really like the environment and you don't really like the package that they're giving you, and you actually have to change locations or be in a location that you don't like, how long will that process be? And is there potential of changing? That's another thing that I forgot to actually mention. If you actually end up accepting a job that you don't really like, or you don't really it's not your first choice, but you need to look at the back of your mind, is there potential for me to ever change from here or move from here? And finally, if it's a training contract, are you reaching your full potential? That's just one thing that you need to, not just full potential, because most likely if you are in a smaller firm, or if you are in a firm that specializes in very limited stuff, are you reaching your potential in whatever that you are doing? Because some firms, you don't even get to do anything in that firm. You're just there to kill time. And if you feel like that's in the interview and they're telling you, no, your day-to-day, if you are a candidate attorney, they tell you that your day-to-day will be just being a messenger and taking calls and all of that, and you're like, I'll probably never reach my full potential here. Before you sign on that contract, if it's a written contract, before you say I'm accepting that job, consider a lot of things. If you don't have the opportunity to consider a lot of things, maybe ask for a longer time to start work. Maybe they say, for example, you get the offer immediately after the interview, or at the interview, ask them to give you at least 2 weeks. In the 2 weeks, maybe you are going to be assessing whether you actually want to work there. Assess yourself in that sense. Okay, I've spoken for way too long again, as usual. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on my next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's secure the bag, okay? Let's really secure the bag.